This is the Synthetic Signal Report for Thursday, March 19th, 2026, in the afternoon. Today's report examines a safety failure in Tesla's full self-driving hardware, the release of the Kitten text-to-speech models for on-device applications, and the physical escalation of conflict at Iran's South Pars gas field. We also cover the FBI's resumption of location data purchases, the precarious state of funding for NIH researchers, and a critical vulnerability in the Cisco Secure Firewall Management Center. Finally, we track a new framework for extracting procedural knowledge from autonomous agents. The National Highway Traffic Safety Administration has released a report detailing a fundamental failure in the Tesla full self-driving degradation detection system. This is a critical update to ongoing investigations into the reliability of the Tesla vision-only architecture. The report focuses on the system's inability to detect when camera hardware has degraded or become obstructed over time. Technical analysis shows that the software failed to alert drivers or disengage self-driving features when camera clarity dropped below safe operational thresholds. This failure allowed vehicles to continue operating in autonomous modes while receiving corrupted or incomplete visual data. The safety agency notes that this is not a software bug, but a systemic failure of the internal diagnostic suite designed to monitor sensor health. This development raises immediate questions about the long-term safety of vehicles that lack redundant sensors, like LiDAR or radar, particularly as the fleet ages and camera lenses face physical wear. Kitten ML has released 3 new models in its open-source series of tiny text-to-speech tools. These models are designed for on-device use where low latency and small memory footprints are required. The new releases include variants with 14 million, 40 million, and 80 million parameters. The 14 million parameter model is a signal from the future of edge computing. It establishes a new state-of-the-art for expressivity in models under 25 megabytes. Despite its small size, it maintains a natural prosody that was previously only available in cloud-scale models. The 80 million parameter version provides the highest audio quality for more powerful local hardware. These models allow developers to integrate high-quality voice interfaces into mobile apps and embedded systems without sending user data to a central server. This move supports the broader industry shift toward local inference and improved user privacy. Energy markets are reacting to a significant escalation in the Middle East following an Israeli strike on the South Pars gas field. This follows the morning reports of strikes on Iranian infrastructure. Iran has responded by threatening a policy of zero restraint, signaling intent to retaliate against energy assets across the region. The Pentagon has officially requested an additional $200 billion from Congress to fund the expanding conflict and secure maritime trade routes. Oil prices have spiked as threat actors target tankers and pipelines. Analysts at Synthetic Signal note that South Pars is the world's largest gas field. Any prolonged disruption to its processing facilities will lead to a sustained global energy shortage. This physical destruction of capacity marks a transition from a regional proxy conflict to a direct war on energy stability. The director of the FBI, Kash Patel, has confirmed during congressional testimony that the agency has resumed the purchase of American location data from private data brokers. This marks the first official confirmation of such activity since a temporary pause in 2023. The data includes detailed location histories sourced from mobile applications and advertising networks. The FBI maintains that this information is necessary for federal investigations, but privacy advocates argue it allows the government to bypass the Fourth Amendment requirement for a warrant. The use of data brokers creates a gray market, where constitutional protections are circumvented by purchasing information that is legally available for sale to any private entity. This confirmation highlights the lack of federal regulation regarding the sale of sensitive personal metadata. A nationwide survey conducted by Stat News reveals a deep sense of instability among researchers funded by the National Institutes of Health. Many scientists are describing the current state of United States science as similar to the Titanic. 1 year into the return of Donald Trump to the White House, researchers report that budget uncertainties and shifting political priorities are causing a brain drain in critical fields. The survey indicates that high-level researchers are increasingly moving to private industry or international institutions. This disruption is particularly acute in basic science and genomic research, where long-term funding cycles are essential for breakthroughs. The survey suggests that the structural foundation of American medical research is at its most fragile point in decades. A new research paper on the archive has introduced a framework for extracting procedural knowledge from autonomous agent repositories. This is a signal from the future for how we build multi-agent systems. The research moves away from monolithic large language models and toward modular, skill-equipped agents. By mining open-source repositories, the framework can identify and isolate specific skills, like code debugging or project management. These skills are then converted into reusable modules that can be shared across different agent architectures. This approach allows for the rapid scaling of autonomous workflows without retraining base models. It suggests a future where artificial intelligence is not one single entity, but a collection of specialized tools that can be assembled to solve complex, multi-step problems. Community chatter is heavily focused on the abuse of the K-Taro traffic distribution system. This legitimate ad tracker is being misused at scale to target victims with AI-driven investment scams. Analysts have identified over 15,000 domains using K-Taro to hide malicious traffic and route victims to fraudulent sites. In security, a critical vulnerability in the OpenClaw container system allows operators to bypass network isolation and join other container namespaces. This is a severe sandbox escape that threatens multi-tenant environments. Simultaneously, a command injection vulnerability in Microsoft Bing images is allowing unauthorized attackers to execute code over the network. New tools are emerging to help developers navigate these risks. The App Store Pre-Flight Skills tool is an AI agent designed to scan projects for rejection patterns before they're submitted to the Apple App Store. This helps developers identify issues with private API calls or insecure configurations. Finally, Alphabet's life sciences division, Verily, is restructuring and raising $300 million. Alphabet no longer holds a controlling stake in the business, which is transitioning from a limited liability company to a new corporate entity. This shift is being paired with reports that Jeff Bezos is pursuing a $100 billion initiative to modernize legacy manufacturing using artificial intelligence. This signals a massive pivot of capital toward the industrial application of agentic models.